They say some women are born unlucky in love. But in Yudochi, a village pressed deep into the heart of the Anambra forests, where the trees whisper in languages older than Igbo itself, the name Nena Odu was never said with pity. It was said with fear. She was beautiful, ethereal even, skin the color of cola cream, hair dark as night charcoal, and eyes like the stillness of a river just before a storm. No one knew where she came from, only that she had married into the Odu family at 19, taking as husband Obinna, heir to the largest cocoa estate in the region. Their union had been a grand affair, with dancers, elders, and libations poured for the ancestors. The sky had turned crimson that evening, as though warning what was to come. Less than 2 months later, Obinna's body was found twisted beneath the ancient Udala tree, his mouth open, eyes wide, as if death had crept upon him silently. They said he fell from a palm tree, but those who knew him knew he never climbed. Nena wore mourning black and did not cry. When asked if she would return to her father's home, she replied quietly, "The dead no longer need a roof. I will stay." Years passed, or maybe it was only months, but Nena remained, untouched by time, still walking the narrow paths of Yudochi with the grace of a spirit. The next man came from the university town, a dreamy poet with ink on his fingers and romance in his soul. He called her his muse, wrote her poems about moonlight and immortality, and declared her a goddess in his verses. He died 3 weeks after the wedding, found with his lips stained red and a broken calabash of palm wine by his side. The wine was poisoned, but no one could say by whom. Nena mourned him too, but her face stayed unreadable. More came, drawn not just by beauty, but by her aura, men who believed they could tame her mystery. A soldier who had faced bullets and bombs in the north married her with full confidence. He died before the season changed. A pastor from Benin, believing she could be delivered from unseen chains, burned with his church a week after their union, his hands still clasped in prayer. Then came a wealthy merchant, guarded by lawyers and contracts. He signed papers before he touched her. He died one moonless night, his body splattered on the cobblestones beneath their balcony. And then there was the scholar, a man of logic and learning who uncovered a charcoal portrait in an abandoned shrine near the village square. It showed a woman who looked exactly like Nena, and was dated 1899. He married her anyway, thinking perhaps love could break whatever spell bound her. He drowned in the sacred lake behind the family compound, the one the villagers refused to fish from. His notebook washed ashore, pages soggy, ink bleeding. One page was legible, "She is a vessel for something old. And it does not want to be alone." The last was a detective from the north. He came looking for answers and found something like love. They were often seen walking together at dusk. The villagers held their breath, thinking maybe, just maybe, he'd survive her. But he died on the 3rd night. Peaceful. No marks. No wounds. Just, gone. After his death, Nena disappeared. The compound fell to silence. Lizards claimed the walls, vines swallowed the iron gates, and owls nested where love letters were once exchanged. But if you asked the elders, especially the women who remembered stories whispered at the feet of their mothers, they would tell you what no one else dared say out loud. That Nena Odu was not truly cursed. She was chosen. Long before her first marriage, Nena had been marked by a spirit of the forest, an ancient being known only in hushed tones, Muo Nkeafo Obula, the spirit of eternal seasons. It was said to be lonely, banished from the spirit world for defying the order of death. It wandered the earth, attaching itself to mortals, especially women with silent hearts and open wounds. On the night of her naming ceremony, they say the moon bled red over Yudochi. Her mother, exhausted and hallucinating, claimed a tall figure cloaked in leaves and mist had stood by her door and whispered the name Nena, not once, but 3 times. From that moment, the spirit lived within her, growing like a second shadow. It gave her beauty that never faded, charm that bent men like tall grass in the harmattan wind. But it demanded one thing in return: no love shall last. Anyone who came too close, who gave her their heart and promised forever, was taken. Not because she wished them harm, but because the spirit refused to share her. She was a bride not of men, but of the unseen. Each man who loved her sealed his fate with his vow. They were not punished by poison, nor by spell, but by possession. The spirit swept them away, calmly, quietly, sometimes in their sleep, sometimes by sudden accident. Nenna could not stop it. She tried. With each husband, she hoped maybe love could be stronger than the ancient pact. But eternity is a jealous thing. Some say she now lives deeper in the forest, where no roads lead. Others say she returned to the spirit world, her debt paid in full. But a few, especially the market women, warn travelers who linger near the lake at dusk. If you see a woman with a black wrapper, eyes like river stones, and a silence that echoes, do not speak to her. Do not promise her anything. Do not say the word forever. Because Nenna Odu does not want love. She wants company.